So good Tuesday morning to you. I just dragged out some old lesson plans from years ago, and I actually haven't had a chance to really read them, but on my page it says here the benefits of yoga. Let's just go through them again. Yoga aims at the integration of mind, body, emotions, and spirit. Yoga teaches us to quiet the mind by placing attention on the breath and on the movement and stillness of the body. And that was italics and underlined, stillness. Yoga offers profound benefits that will affect all aspects of your life: work, recreation, eating habits, family life, and relationships with others. By practicing yoga, your body becomes stronger and more flexible. So this was in the day before I actually used the word asana. I just kept it to yoga because no one knew what that word meant, asana, in the day, 15 years ago. This is probably how old this is. It frees you of your habitual defenses and allows you to face life with greater poise, openness, and equanimity. It has the ability to snap you out of anything that no longer serves you and gently but firmly draws you into the here and now, the present moment. As your practice progresses, you slowly start to lose interest in some of the habits and addictions you have acquired over the years. I'm glad I read that. And I think that's very true. And since those days, I have, of course, added pranayama and meditation, into I'm going to call it kind of like the divine triangle. Pranayama, let's start at the beginning. Asana, pranayama, meditation, it's kind of like the three, it's like a golden rule type thing that when you meld all of them together, and you guys know the benefits of that. So it's kind of neat to just revisit some of those things. All right, let's just take a moment to center. You know what to do. Close your eyes, sit up tall. And let's bring into mind those qualities of our practice. And just to recall what we heard on Sunday at the seminar, we don't know how much we have progressed because we're not in the position to know. But just know that no spiritual practice goes unseen, and it travels with you for the rest of your life. It never goes away, no matter what level you're at. All right. Let's bring your hands to the heart center. This is how I started every class. It was with, and I just made up prayer flow. So I would just kind of lift our own personal energy up, bring it to the center and lower it through the upper chakras. And then continue that, a couple times. And you can match the breath. And, always going back to basics is so beneficial, in all aspects of life. So this is a really nice way to begin. And then thumbs touch the heart center. And I've added this since then. So press out and up and around back to the heart. And then to the throat, touch and press it out. So it's as if we are, making that a physical connection to the chakra energy, and touch the heart and throat. And then go to the brow. And then just repeat that. And then I like to touch the heart, throat, and the brow, finish there. And then think of right thought and then right speech at the throat and right actions at the heart center. And then releasing from there. So going into the bigger movement is pelvic circles. And I'm thinking back at those classes from years ago, and there are several people who have passed. Kathy Olson, Nancy Wallen. They used to attend very regularly and they have passed. All right, and then switch. Pause in your center and begin your neck rolls, chin to chest, and just roll it gently up to the spine. And just let all tension and tightness release. Just keep the shoulders soft. And then finish this one. And return to center. And we'll just gently look to the right. And then chin to armpit. And over the shoulder. And then looking left. Chin to armpit. And to the shoulder. And back to center. And let's just start our gentle turtling forward and back. Center your head. Drop your right ear to the shoulder. And then left. And then go back to the right and dangle your left arm and right hand on your head. And we'll go a little bit deeper, a little pressure toward the shoulder. And then as soon as that relaxes after a few seconds, forward and back. Just that gentle rocking. All right, now very gently release that and try the other side. And start the rocking when you're ready. All right, gentle release. And I'm going to continue a little bit with the neck today. So my favorite one, shoulder up to the ear, roll it forward, look over the right shoulder, and then start the turtling back and forth. All right, let's relax that. Make that gentle as well. And then switch. Left one up, roll it forward, look left, and then turtle. All right, let's release that too. Nice and easy. Do a neck roll to kind of recalibrate. And then we'll go right into spinal twist, seated spinal twist. So right over left, and just go gently into your twist. We're gonna hold it just for a little bit. And then unwind, switch. And then unwind from this, we're gonna go back to that first side and add the chin to armpit. All right, unwind, switch. And begin your unwind on that side. All right. Just dingle the arms and do some nice gentle shoulder rolls. And then a few forward. And then after this, I want to revisit that deep-seated cat stretch that we do. So it's almost chin towards your lap and then scoop up and arc the back deeply, round the back and start all over again. So let's try about 10 of these. And play with this any way you want. Extend the chest more, deepen the back bend more. Play with it within your own limits. Let's see what comes up. Many times the body is so intelligent, it just tells you exactly what it needs if you're listening to it. All right, let's practice one more. And then give yourself a big hug. I like to hang on to my shoulder blades. I can actually grasp them and hug really deeply. Same thing, but change the cross. All right, give that a nice release. Let the arms dangle. Just rest for a moment. Enjoy that natural energy buzz that you might feel. And then we're going to come to standing. And we practiced this, I think, a couple times last week. If you find a window or a door frame and hang on to it, I'm going to start with my right hand, on the frame, and then position my body so it's perpendicular to the window or the door or a cupboard or, whatever you can kind of hang on to. And then once you're perpendicular, start twisting away from wherever you are. So you're twisting away from the window, door, whatever. And you feel it here. And then relax out of it and do it again. So we're going to do that several times. So keep it gentle at first. Try not to push too hard into this. And then after about 5 or 6 of them, challenge it just a bit. And then if you're challenging it, point your chin to that opposite armpit. And then release it and try it again. That's a real nice stretch too. Especially if there's any discomfort in the shoulders, upper back, elbow, neck. And all of these little discomforts keep us from, our main focus of practice. And that's to be still and silent and to listen. So that's why the hatha practice is so important. All right, I'm going to switch to the other side. So my left hand is on the frame. And then I'm turning away from it. And then add the chin to armpit. Let's do one more. Come out of that nice and gentle. And then just come to standing. And we'll take that energy and just lift it straight up. So just reach. And then interlace, press your palms up and sway. So think about palm tree, gentle breeze. I have huge cottonwood trees in the back of the house that have grown to probably 60 or 70 feet. And they have a flat leaf, and they're green on one side and a little silvery on the other. And when there's a gentle breeze, you can hear them so beautifully as the wind, passes through those leaves, and they almost tinkle. And it's a beautiful calming sound that I just love. And there's, a bunch of those trees that have grown up on their own. I don't know who planted them there, if they were self-planted or nature planted, then I'm not sure. But this is what I like to think of when I'm doing this. It's just that gentle swaying of those leaves with that sound. All right. Let's come out of that and relax the shoulders, shake that out a bit. And let's try interlacing now behind the hips. So we'll start wide and lift your hands off the hips and then lower, lift and lower. All right, relax. Just step it out and shake it. We're going to go back to the cottonwoods. But this time we're going to root our feet together, like roots on a tree, interlace, press the palms up. Try to get the arms by your ears, and now start your swing. We call that area of the acreage the park, because when it rains, it fills up with water, and ducks and geese and birds and cranes, it attracts all kinds of animals, and it's just a temporary pond. And it gets hot, dries up, and away they go. So it's really kind of fascinating to watch it. Not to mention, the frogs and the crickets and all those little small guys that end up in there too. All right, so back to center, and then press up. Relax your arms. Shake that out a little bit. And then we're going to step wide again and interlace behind the hips. Lift your hands off and then half forward fold. So we can turn that into flow. Come to standing, relax your arms, relax the shoulders, and then fold it. Several times. All right. Step out of that. Shake that out. And let's work with squatting this. You can use your chair. And it's kind of nice to use the chair too, because it keeps the back really straight. So sometimes if you don't, your back starts to round like this. So let's try it this way. You can keep the feet wide. Try and stay flat-footed all the way to your lowest point. And then come up. So we'll do one with a chair and a couple without. So try another one. And maybe one more. Shake that out. And then we'll do our sun cells. Okay, so get yourself situated, mountain pose, hands to your heart. Let's do the centering. So tip forward, back, and side to side. And let's begin. All right, forward, up and back. Nice, slow, mindful, silent mind. Forward fold. Right lunge with any variation you wish. Down dog. And cobra. Down dog. Step the right foot forward, work with the left lunge. Let's do this today. Step back to down dog. And cobra. Let's flow a few times between the two. Walk to forward fold. And come up. And back to your heart center. Let's just go into that witness mode. Drop down to your knees. And we're going to play with modified camel again. I really love this version with the toes tucked. And then the right hand to the right heel. So last week we played with just pressing the hips forward, leaving the opposite arm resting on your side. So let's add to that. So we'll press the hips forward, extend the arm forward and up. We'll go just this far. So let's reach up as we press hips forward. All right, relax that side. Go to the other. Bring your arm up and reach. All right, let's relax out of that. All right, go back to the first side. Bring your arm up, press the hips, and now bring the arm back. See how far or close to level you can get to the floor. And then slowly come out of that. Right to the other side, we'll take a back break. So hips, reach the arm first, so take it in stages first, and then bend it back. It's a beautiful, safe way to do a back bend. So you don't go too far, you don't hurt yourself. And then find your way out. And we'll take a rabbit. And then from rabbit, tuck your toes and come into a squat. And then release from there, come seated. All right, just easy pose, one hand on each knee. Adjust the spine. Find something that you can adjust while we're sitting here. Find something that you can relax or let go of. And maybe put a bit of understanding into why it's there in the first place. All right, with that sense of understanding, place your right hand on the floor. We're going to bring the left arm up and over. So we've done this little side stretch several times, and I just really enjoy it. Just kind of float in and out of it. Left arm over, stretching and just gently opening them up that left side. And maybe you can find something interesting there as well. You're not too deep. Keep the sit bones planted on the floor. You can bring the arm over as deep as you wish. And maybe the top of the arm touches the ear or the face. Maybe it doesn't. Just work with it either way. And then we're always finding our center when we return. So we always come back to home base and then just go right to the other side. So it's that concept of finding center, coming back home is, part of the mental practice that we do during our asana. Which helps us in so many aspects of life. Always come back to center. Like the Wizard of Oz, there's no place like home, right? We just define home a little bit differently. It doesn't have to be where you are, it can be who you are. Let's do one more of these. All right, straighten the legs out. Point your toes up. Just sit up tall. So staff pose, hands to the floor. Bend your right knee and then bring it out to the right. Foot's on the inside of that left foot. Sit up good and tall. All right, bring that knee up. Give it a good hug. Let's go to the other side. And then hug that knee. And go right into butterfly. And just a gentle flutter. Kind of how it's been outside. There's been just such a gentle breeze. Very little strong winds this summer. Been quite enjoyable. And the butterflies are already showing up. The monarchs. And some of the other ones, the moths. And I saw some black ones. I saw a yellow one yesterday. I saw a couple monarchs. It's interesting to watch them as they emerge. All right. Wide legs. Nice wide straddle. Straight back. One hand on each foot. Couple nice breaths. And then bend forward. Bring your left hand to your low back and look up. All right, switch sides. All right, come back up. Find yourself on your tummies. And we'll practice a little bit of a very easy cobra pose. So start with your forehead to the floor. And you can keep your arms a little bit more extended forward, not in a full cobra. And then just slowly come up. You know, I'm just halfway up, my elbows are resting on the floor. So in this position, maybe we can call this the Sphinx pose too. You just press the chest slightly forward, look forward. Now tuck your toes and lift the body up. And lower. And release to the floor. We're going to go right into half modified bow pose. So right hand to the right ankle or foot. And lift the head, chest, and the right leg. And let's go to the other side. Release that side. Take a bit of a rest. And then bring your forehead to the floor and extend your arms out overhead on the floor. And half boat, so lifting just the arms, head, and chest. You're looking down. Your arms are opposite your ears. Your feet are on the floor. And then lower out of that. We'll do another version of that half boat, that upper half boat. where when you come up, you're going to look forward instead of down. So let's give that a try. So come up, look forward. And when you release out of that, go right into crocodile. While we're here, we haven't done this in quite a while. Let's practice Ashwini Mudra. So that's where it's, horse lock. So you're lifting the anal muscles up into the body, holding it, and then releasing it. And doing that several times. So the practice is trying not to use the outer gluteus muscles, just the inner, and releasing. Practice that a few times. All right, on your backs. We're going to just do simple leg lifts today, very simple. So start in full relaxed pose. Just take a few breaths. And then consciously bring your right leg up. Consciously lower. Full focus is on that right leg as it lowers. And fully release it when it's to the floor. So consciously notice all the muscles that it takes to lift that right leg up. See if you can distinguish. The same thing when you lower it. Always fully relax. When you're done, try it one more time, because it's interesting where your mind goes. When you're lifting that leg and you're trying to find muscles that support it, your mind goes in many different directions. And you understand how much it takes to make that one simple movement. All right, try the left leg. And then see how many times your mind wanders. Were you able to relax it when you lowered it? Or did you hold on to that tension? All right. Relax very quickly. We're going to do the same thing with both legs. So just start when you're ready. You do it 3 times. Same thing. What does it take? A lot more effort. Don't go too slow. Keep it nice, smooth, and fluid. And then fully relax. Okay, we'll take care of that groin area and the hip area with half happy baby. So that always helps. This is turning into one of my favorite postures too. I like the hack version a lot. All right, let's try the other side. All right, release that side. And before we end, just quickly relax. We're going to do one more. So if you would bend your knees, feet flat on the floor, lift your hips in arch pose. We're going to cross the right ankle over that left knee. Hold it there. Give a little hip opening. And relax out of that. Try the other side. All right, let's relax out of that hug knees chest. And massage your back. All right, full Shavasana. Go to your sleeping breath, exhaling from the crown down to the feet and out. Inhale from the feet out the crown. And thinking of the exhale as a release and an inhale as an energy. Bring your own special emotions into this. And then change the breath cycle, exhaling down to the insides of the bottoms of your feet, and then inhale up to the inside of the crown of the head. fully release and let go of all the muscles. Feel the weight and the heaviness of the bones. Feel all parts of the body that rest on the floor. Feel it heavy, soft, and warm. Let it become a puddle or an oil. Soften, soften, soften. Breathe a little deeper. Gently roll to your left. Come to seated. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.